Greetings everyone from all over YouTube, all over the universe and all across this planet Earth. Our love to you all. My name is Dan, and from the recent months we've been experiencing connections with extra-dimensional and extraterrestrial beings, also known as aliens, spirit. A great many different names have been given to this representation of ourselves. Many people have seen these beings, many people have had communication with them, and many people have opened themselves up to being a bridge to allow this communication out to the rest of the world. And with that, we thank them for lighting the way. Today we're going to introduce what it is that we do, what the main idea of this channeling is for us, and how it can benefit finding the essence of true self. We've had many experiences with these beings known as aliens or extra-dimensionals. Some of them have been of human appearance, and some of them have not so human in the kindest possible way. We make contact with reptilian beings, draconian beings, beings from the Yahyel civilization, beings from the Zeta Grey, beings from the insectoid race, and just about anything that covers the all that is idea of source energy. So for this first show, we're going to introduce a little friend from the Yahyel civilization named Ektiki Piki. Greetings! Greetings to all. This is Ektiki Piki of the Yahyel civilization. We come today to bring a message of love, bring a message of no worries, no fears, no cares. We are here just as you are here. All that is already inside. All that is already you. You know who you are. Why should someone else be able to tell you who you truly are? This truth can only come from yourself, from the being who you represent. And with this message, we bring peace. We wish to make a semi-physical contact with you. As a civilization, the Yahyel are prepared and have been prepared for this day for many, many cycles of your Earth years, and for many, many cycles of our own. We do not perceive the world in years where we are from, though that does not matter. We feel that these cycles are equal to a moment. You see your clock, the second hand is moving constantly. Constant movement. This is like the entity that you are, constantly moving, constantly changing, like the world around you. The minute hand, or moment hand, as we like to call it in our representation of you, could be seen as giving you the synchronicity of moments, of the present time. Even when you are caught in the so-called web of life, you are still given the opportunity to glance at your clock, 11:11, or any represented number, We do not wish to change your minds. We do not wish to bring forth people who have not the belief in us. This belief is of your own. Only those who are called human can make the effective change of the human vessel that they are occupying. This we know very well, for we have gone through this same task ourselves. You have been given a planet of limitation, and in this limitation you are able to find your truest self. If you are given complete and utter freedom from the start, who would you know who you were? You'd wish to try everything. You would wish to explore. Yes, we know this too well. The human race, as you like to call it, is a fleeting moment in time, and has always been. You may perceive the world as a series of reincarnations, a series of past and present and future lives, parallel existences, or even as a single life lived as a human vessel. All of these are correct, and all of these are also incorrect to a specific individual. You make the decision of what is true. What is your truth? Ask yourself, who am I? And you will already know. You may feel like you have times where someone else is occupying, as if you are running on a sleep mode, as a shell that is controlled like a puppet, though you are the puppet, with a series of strings that develop the emotion, develop the intention, develop the memory, develop the mind, develop the physical body. You are but one vessel of yourself, as I am a vessel of you. You are a vessel of me. We are all human, all Yahyel, all of a race. We are made, we are created, we are born, and we all die. Do not fear this. This is the movement, the metamorphosis. On your planet, you have a series of creatures who make this metamorphosis many times in their life. Caterpillars, for instance. Without the caterpillar transforming into the butterfly through a cocoon, without the scarab beetle wrapping itself in its dung and producing the eggs inside this, which eventually burst out, creating a new life. Transformation happens every day, every moment, every second, every now. And in these nows are the most transformative. These now moments, or the present, as you like to call it, are just as it is, a gift. When you realize that you are in a moment, it has already passed. Though that doesn't mean you cannot enjoy it just as much. It has just passed. Look forward to the next moments, the next time of your highest enjoyment. for enjoyment comes from doing what you truly love. These highest excitements have been spoken about many times by other bridges, other channels, and other humans. For we and the humans have always been connected. We are as brothers and sisters, as mothers, fathers, creators, be it genetic or scientific or technologically based. All creation is creation. We are, in the perception of ours, like the creator gods. This does not mean that we are discounting any of your religious gods, for these are too very true in the perception of those who believe. A Christian may not believe in the Muslim or the Sikh faith. It does not mean that it does not exist. It just means that they do not believe. And likewise the other way. All is love. The idea of gods were sent so that we may understand aspects of the self. Understand that it is not just us on this planet. It is not just planet Earth who has life. Life is everywhere. Life is love, creation, beauty. Look at the countless amounts of flowers and animals that sit and play every single moment. For there to be that much life on your planet, then surely this must represent that there are others, other planets, other worlds, who too may not have the same forms of life, the same method of creation, though they are still very much alive. The planets themselves, one of the most lively of all, your planet Earth, is currently going through a transformative shift, a shift between the duality of shadow and light, good and evil, as some like to call it. This idea, this representation of duality, is merely there to show you that these aspects are there. Without some hurt, people do not find gain, do not seek the experience. For some people, learning the hardest way is the easiest. Being pressured, being pushed into a situation can sometimes reap the greatest benefit. Though most who enjoy the positive reinforcement of love, of reward, of gain, this idea still holds on to the fact of duality, though with it the human race has progressed extremely far, and in seemingly very little time there have been many disasters on your planet, many ideas of destruction, though you may wish to see them as destruction, or you may even expand into the idea that these were a necessary form to bring about a new idea of creation. Without cutting down a few trees in the forest, the town would not have been built. The cities were not created without digging up countless stones. a necessary form of destruction in the progression of humanity. Humans have no need for this anymore. There are so many houses, homes, flats, apartments, whatever you wish to call them. So many out there, so many dotted across this planet. Yet, still, many people are, as they are known, as homeless, without a place to call home, though perhaps they are home, laying on the street, very little shelter, though they can still find happiness, they can still find joy. Yet so many people living in these large houses, mansions, apartments, blocks of flats, many do not see their happiness inside. They feel crowded, they feel slaved. Why is this? Why is this prison of the mind created merely by living in close proximity to many? Surely, as a species of over 7.5 billion, you will be able to understand each other, be able to recognize that you are all the same. Noses, eyes, ears, feet, hands, legs, head. Even without these, you are still human. What is a human truly? Just a shell, just a representation of all that is. As a wolf or a dog knows best who it is, the human too knows best who it is. There has been much debate on the idea of conflict, of war. We see that the planet is losing its grip on this warmongering. We see that this war can no longer be kept going without causing complete destruction, which will in turn lead to healing. So regardless of destruction, there are still benefits, though we do not perceive war as a necessary destruction. There are much speeches, videos, channelings of councils of light, councils of numbers, creating wars in the idea of space. Though, do you really think that planets who are allowed to cause such destruction would be allowed to even leave their solar system? This is why certain systems are put in place. We do not wish war. We do not wish harm on any of our universe brethren and sisters. We are of love. We are the Yahyel. We are, to some, those who will first appear, show ourselves. To others, you may find resonance with the reptilian race idea, the insectoid race idea, the Pleiadian race idea. Though, please remember that Pleiades is a constellation of 7 stars, and in those 7 stars there are countless planets, countless homes, where not just the long, tall, white-haired individuals are known. These are an interstellar human, as it were. These are but one of the many races who occupy this specific area. The Pleiades has been seen as home to the Nordics, the blonde-haired, blue-eyed, individual human-like aliens. But we are all spirit in the deep center. So it does not really matter what the image is, what the representation is of source of all that is. This is purely allowing an openness that there are many humans, many other individual races, and quite often many of them are actually living on your planet, under the ground, under the sea, in your towns, your cities, working in high-ranking government, working in your local fast food. These are jobs, these are work. This is an experience. Human experience has been tasked to progress from the idea of working your 9 to 5 jobs every day, working yourself into the ground, into your coffin. Many are here purely just to show you that there are other ways of doing things, being in your highest excitement. Do you really feel that that which you love, which you enjoy the most, seems the most hard, the most stressful? Quite often it is the complete opposite, where you find yourself speeding up time, being more in command of yourself, unknowing that there is truly a space outside of that moment that you are in. This moment, we thank you for listening. We thank you for your time, for your space. And we wish you love. We wish you blessings. We wish you health. Light worker, shadow worker, dark, good, they're all the same. They are a representation, a spectrum of light. All aspects of this rainbow energy that you have on your planet. From the very deep red to your purples, your ultraviolets. Many animals can even see these spectrums of light. This is because they operate in a different frequency, not completely separated, just different. This is their choice. They created their image, their idea, to benefit the world and themselves, just as the human creation was created as a means to benefit the spirit of experience and the world, planet Earth. This planet that you call home has been home to many others, many different groups, many different ideas, and as such has ingrained much of this information deep in the center. Think of it like an overlapping of a piece of paper. You draw something on the first page, you fold it. Though it is unseen, it it is still there, merely covered up by another layer, another peel of the onion, so to speak. Underneath these onion peels, you may find some of your most fearful times, or your most joyful times, or perhaps even both, for it is possible to have this and that. Why should you choose upon yourself the limitation of awe? If you wish to have your cake and eat it, then do it. If you wish to share it, share it. If you wish to hold on to it for a rainy day, do that. All is your choice. Just make sure that it is set with an intention. And follow your intention. Follow your heart. Follow the way that you feel is true. This has been Ektiki Piki of the Yahyel civilization, and we thank you. Much love.